Do you want to showcase your current rank or other statistics within League of Legends or Teamfight Tactics on your live stream like this? Well, if so, LoboBot has you covered. So before we get started, I just want to say I'm not sponsored by LoboBot in any way. I just so happened to stumble upon their widget while looking for ways to display my current rank on stream, and after using it for a while, I really enjoyed it and thought it improved the overall quality of my stream by quite a bit, so I didn't really see any reason to look for any alternative solutions. So now that we have that out of the way, the first thing we're going to want to do, of course, is go to the LoboBot website itself. So I'll go ahead and put a link in the description down below where you can find it, so feel free to check it out at your own leisure. So once you're on the page, you'll see here on the home page the different variations of what the widget can look like. So don't worry if this doesn't look exactly what you want, because there's all kinds of different customization options that we'll get to in a moment. But you can change things like the color and the appearance and everything. So I'm sure you'll be able to find something that best fits your stream. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and click on register on the left side here. Then we're going to want to click these two check boxes to say that we've read and accepted the terms of service. So feel free to click on them on the right side here if you want to read them, but who are we kidding? Absolutely no one are reading these. So if you want to just be like me and blindly accept them and hope you don't get self-parked, go ahead.
Can somebody please explain to me what is going on?
We're trying to find out exactly what Kyle agreed to.
Then whenever you're done accepting the terms of service, you want to figure out what best way you want to connect LoboBot to your account. So you can either connect it directly using your Google account, your Twitch account, or by registering it with your email. So for me, I connected it using Twitch on my main account that I use on stream. But since this is for tutorial reasons, I'm just going to register it with one of my little bot email accounts that I have. So I'm going to go ahead and fill out this information, followed by clicking register, and then I'll go and see you guys on the other side.
One eternity later.
Now that we have our accounts all set up and logged in, you should see this dashboard button here. So go ahead and click that. Then you'll see three different widgets: League of Legends, Teamfight Tactics, and Spotify. For the sake of today's video, we're only going to do the League, but for Teamfight Tactics, if you do want to do that widget, feel free to go ahead and just kind of follow what I'm doing on the League one. And if you run into any issues, just let me know in the comments down below and I'd love to help you, but it's basically identical to the League of Legends one that we'll do today. For Spotify, I'm not a big fan of the LoboBot Spotify app. I find it takes too long for the songs to swap over and things like that. So if you are looking for a Spotify widget, I strongly suggest to use the one done by Nutty, who's a YouTuber and Twitch streamer. I'll put a link to his video in the description down below, so feel free to check it out, but at the end of the day, it's just personal preference, so feel free to use whatever one you like best. So let's go ahead and click on League of Legends. Now we're gonna click on plus new box here. Now it's going to ask us for whatever like summoner name we want to use. So I'm going to use Cupcake Friends NA, which is one of my alternative accounts. Then use region. Let's use NA as well. And then click add account. Now it's going to search for your account. It found it. So I'm going to click this button. And now it's giving me 8 different options for how I want the widget to look. So you could have the widget just at the top of the bar. You could have a full breakdown of the match like KDA. So I personally like number 7. So let's go with that one. Now you can kind of see what it looks like, and it's going to slowly start rotating through. So the first option is, do we want solo queue or flex queue? So I'm going to go with solo for now. Then this delay is how quick do we want the ticker to go through? Do we want it to be really slow, or do we want it to be almost instant like this kind of thing? So let's just leave it in the middle for now. Then you can uncheck any of these boxes you don't want. So for example, champion mastery, if you don't want people to know you're a 10 million mastery Teemo player, you can just uncheck that, and then that box won't be visible anymore. Or if you don't want people to see your mass history because you went on a big loss streak or something like that, you can hide all that. And then for here, you can change, there's some default settings for color variations. There's pinky, fully transparent, green, or if you want, there's style options. So you can flat out change whatever you want. You can make the text red, blue, yellow, whatever you want. You kind of mess around with it. So let's just leave it white for now for the tutorial. Once you're done with everything, click create box, and then you're all done. So if you want to create a new box, you can create up to 3, I believe, per account. So let's say you want to do one for flex. Same thing, click create new box. You can either choose the same account or a new account. And then like, let's choose, I don't know, version 1 this time. And then let's do flex. And then same thing, there's all kinds of different options, so you can go through them all, change whatever you like, then click create box. Then whenever you're happy with it, click preview, and then you'll see this pop-up appear with kind of a preview of what your box will look like. So make sure you're aware of this pop-up here, but we'll take care of that in a second. So copy the link that you'll see right here. Now let's move over to our streaming software. Now that we're in our streaming software of choice, which is for me OBS Studio, but it should work for almost any streaming software, first figure out what scene you want to put this widget in, or what multiple scenes you want to put this widget in. So I just created a brand new scene called test. So I just went to the plus here, typed in whatever name you want for the scene and click OK. But you can add it to whatever scene you like if you already have an existing scene for League of Legends. Then under sources, click this plus icon down here to add a new source. Click on browser. Then name it whatever you like. I'm going to call mine Solo Lobo, just so we know this is the solo Q1 for LoboBot. Click OK. Then for URL, we're going to just paste in the link here that we have here. There we go. And then make sure we scroll down and click this box that says shut down source when not visible, and click the box that says refresh browser when scene becomes active, then click OK. Now it should pop in like that. And then you can use these squares in the corner to make it bigger, smaller, whatever you want to do. So I like to put mine in the bottom left corner here and kind of have it around the same height as the HUD. I just find it looks cleaner like that and less obstructive overall for the stream, but do whatever you think looks best for you in your stream. Now, if you wanted to add another one, let's say a flex Q1, exact same process, click the plus for add source here, go to browser. Let's call it Flex Lobo. And then what we're going to do is go back to the other website that we have here. We're going to copy the link that we did for the Flex Q. We're going to paste it in the URL slot. We're going to click our two boxes and then click OK. And then it's going to pop in, and likewise, we can expand it, shrink it, put it anywhere we like. And for me, what I like to do is put them in the exact same spot. And then you can use these eyes to hide or kind of make them visible. So for example, if you're playing solo queue with your friends, or by yourself rather, and then you're all of a sudden getting asked to play flex with your friends, you can just click the eye down here to hide the solo queue one, click the eye to unhide the flex one, and now all of a sudden it's showcasing your flex queue and not your solo queue rank. But that's all I have for today's tutorial. Hopefully that made it a lot easier for you to showcase your rank on stream, so you don't get a lot of those same repetitive questions of what rank are you, what's your KDA, how many games did you win today, what region are you in, stuff like that. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Much love and appreciation, and I'll see you guys in the next one.